As stated before, Visual Studio Code is a great tool that you can download for free. And what we do is we use this tool in creating software, in writing HTML files, JavaScript files, Python files. We like to use this even in industry as a source code editor. Now, source code, of course, means programming statements that you're writing, whether it's in a programming language or HTML or even text. So it's an editor, but there are some great things about Visual Studio Code. And we're going to download it and use it in this class. And you can use it with JavaScript, you could use it with Python, and the versions continue to update. So that's something that you'll have to watch as you use Visual Studio Code. It will tell you whether or not you need to do an update, and it recommends doing it or you don't have to do it. So visit this website, code.visualstudio.com. And let me go ahead and take the download off so you can see this other page, what it looks like. And so what you'll see here is this is smart enough to know what operating system you're using when you visit this website. So in my case, I'm using Windows, so it says download for Windows. Now, if you were using Mac, it would say probably download for Mac. This web link actually lets you choose which version you want to do. This video will show you how to download and install using Windows. So what I would do if I'm using Windows, I would click on this button, Windows 10 or 11, and then I could choose which processor I'm using. For the most part, you're probably using x64 rather than ARM64, but if you just click Windows 10 or 11, it will go and figure out what it needs to do to help you download this, and it tells you what's going on, and it downloaded the file up here at the top, automatically did the download. If it didn't automatically do it, go to your downloads folder in Windows. Click on that file, and it will tell you that Visual Studio Code, in my case, is already running. And the reason it's already running is because I use it all the time. And so let me go ahead and close that, and then I'll say go ahead and install. I accept the agreement because, of course, I've read all of this, which I haven't, and it probably says that I have to give away my firstborn child, but I'll click next after I accept, create a desktop icon. Make sure you make this button click. That checkbox, add to path, needs to be clicked. Click on next, click on install. Make sure the path button was checked. That's something a lot of people forget to do. And now it will go through and install Visual Studio Code for this user. Once it's installed, it will then say you can launch Visual Studio Code and finish, which I'll go ahead and do that just so you can see what it looks like. And in my case, it opens up Visual Studio Code, and I already had a project open, so let me go ahead and close that so you don't see it. And it then says this is Visual Studio Code, and we can use this now for writing our Python programs, our JavaScript programs, any program we want to work with. Now, when you work with Visual Studio Code, one thing I really like to do is I always use what we call a workspace. A workspace feels like a directory or a folder. But if you think about this, really big projects could have multiple directories, and they could be all over the place. And you could have multiple people working on this, but instead of using the file, open a folder, you need to click on File, Add Folder to Workspace. Remember that, Add Folder to Workspace, because that allows you to add multiple directories into one project. Now, if I don't have a folder, I could just come out here and I'll go to my C drive and go to my users. I'm Prof. Greg. Go to my source and I'll create a brand new folder. I'll call it new folder. I did that by doing a right mouse click, and we'll just call it test. and I'll add that folder. Now that I've added that, I trust it, yes, because I made it. When you click on this little piece of paper right here, the folders, that shows you what files you have. This is where you could now come in and say File, New File. You could choose any type of file you want, or just click File, New Text File, File, Save As, Index.html. Notice I'm saving it in that folder. Save. And now I could type in HTML tags, whatever I want to do there. One shortcut working with HTML is you can press the exclamation point and press the tab key, and then that will bring in HTML code for you already. Let me do that one more time so you can see it. Exclamation tab, and then click on that little blue area, and it brings in the source code so that it gives you a little skeleton framework of working with HTML, which is a head and body tags. So it's just a nice little way to get started. If you do a double exclamation, doesn't mean anything. So remember, it's a single exclamation, then a tab, and then click the blue. And that brings in HTML code. And this is where you're going to use a lot of the programming statements. You're going to type them into this editor, into your HTML files, JavaScript, Python. So this is something that's going to help you be more productive.